play our incoming.
Okay.
Okay, good afternoon, good evening, whatsoever you are this time of the night or of the day you want to say. Welcome to the exchange. The exchange is a 1 hour 30 minutes program brought to you by a group of students in and around the world. So I want to say thank you. On today's edition of the exchange, we'll be looking at how to develop your career in a post-war country like Liberia. So on that note, our panelists are going to come in to introduce themselves. Then we're going to start the show. So we're going to be starting uh, with with Sharif from there.
Okay, folks, thank you so much for giving us this opportunity. Speaking to you is Sharif Mohammed from Dubai, Secretary General of Liberia Community, and former student leader from the University of Liberia. I salute you all and urge you to give us your attention so we can speak to you on issues or on topics that we have tonight. Thank you once again.
Yeah, Aronika Minor, you can come from there and then the ball can go on.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are watching from. My name is Aronica G. Minor. I am speaking. I'm speaking to you from Rwanda, and I'm happy to be on this show again this weekend. Thank you. Damn it.
Okay, thank you so very much for the opportunity. I am Maurice H. Sako, a Liberian student residing currently in India, doing masters in biotechnology. It's my pleasure to be on this platform for the first time, and thanks to the followers for joining us as well. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We okay, Daniel, come then.
Good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of our listeners out there. My name is Daniel Lincoln, and I joined this show from India, Telangana State, a student of the Chaitanya Dindobi University and the vice president of the Liberian students in Warangal, India. And it's my pleasure to be on this show this evening from my end and the other part of the world, wherever you are joining us from. Let me say thank you for watching and thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Before we get into our discussion tonight, we would like to recognize the YMCA radio station family. We want to say a very big thank you to the YMCA radio station for allowing us to live stream our program in Liberia. So Jason is our correspondent on the exchange in Liberia. For now, he is currently in studio carrying the program live there in Liberia. So whether you are following up our radio length or you are following all through Facebook Live or YouTube Live or Twitter Live, we want to say welcome and welcome to the exchange. Let get glued to your monitor by this time so that we can try to get into our discussion. Before that, this platform will be coming to you on every Friday. The Exchange Career Hour every Friday will be here with a new and a fresh editions of the Exchange on every Friday. So on tomorrow, by the same time, we'll be also having the Exchange Social Night. So you can also follow us. And on Sunday, we'll also be having the Exchange giveaway. So on that note, we're going to get strictly into the show tonight. There is no wasting time. We're going to hear from all perspective, all walk of life. As you are aware, we have been talking about career and how can one develop that career. But this time we have been very, 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 you know, focusing on Liberia when it comes to career building. So, how can one build their career? How can one advance? How can one improve their career in a post-war country like Liberia? So, let's keep still and then listen to our guests today, our guest speakers today, our panelists on the show. So, Maurice, we take you from there. Maurice, you
You
have to
mean
unmute.
okay, Maurice, right?
Thank you so very much. It's my pleasure to be on this platform tonight, talking about career. You know, career is something that we have to talk about every time. It's necessary that we have an awareness or awarenesses and also campaign on this particular topic. Mind you, this topic, I mean, the decision you make or the choice you make in terms of selecting your career will have an impact on you in the nearby future, whether positive or negative. So as such, it's important that we we discuss and talk about career. How can an individual choose career? What's the best way? Especially Liberia being one of the post-war countries, so it's necessary. So tonight, I'm actually going to be talking about seeking mentorship for career guidance and support. So how can one seek, mentorship, and who are the real good mentors? So we we start actually finding and working with mentor who understands your vision, can benefit your career growth, definitely. And if you decide to seek professional guidance from a mentor, you can get unique insight to certain professional situations, learning, about negotiation tactics, and even discuss new opportunities. Knowing about the various ways to find a potential mentor who can help you, navigate your professional journey can help to enhance your career and growth. So what do we call mentor? Firstly, who are those that we refer to as mentor? A mentor is a person who extends guidance and share their expertise with another person or professional by offering their critical advice, their experience and building trust with the person. A mentor is a person who listens and responds to questions, concerns of their mentees and guide them to navigate their situation, whether that is a personal or professional. Additionally, mentors are leaders who use their business and emotional intelligence to help people find answer they need and suggest ways to implement them as strategies. So that's the definition of a mentor. A mentor can be the leader, can be the person, you know, who understand exactly what you want and will find a suitable remedy for your problem. And a mentor is a person who guides you in everything you do to making sure that your dream, is achieved. That's a mentor. Now, how do we seek a mentorship or a mentor? How do we find a mentor? There are a lot of different ways to find mentors. But tonight I'm going to focus on at least five. And these five are also the same everywhere. So the first one is, before you seek a proper mentorship, you have to determine your motivations. That's one thing you have to do. Before you seek mentorship or a mentor, you have to determine your motivations. And how does that happen? Now, before deciding on having a mentor in your life, sometime you have to determine your requirements and reason. Why do I seek, or what do I want to seek mentorship? Then you analyze if mentorship from a relevant professional can be good for you. Whether if you seek for mentorship will benefit you or not. Ask why mentors can help you in your professional journey. Is it essential? That's the first thing. So you determine your motivations. In that you pose question to yourself as at this point in time, do I really need a mentor or mentors? Then you answer these questions. And after that, the second, you identify your requirements after determining your motivations. And how do you do that? Now, in a mentor and mentee relationship, every person has specific requirements that vary with perfection and what they expect from such a connection. Once you understand your primary reason for seeking guidance from a mentor, what do you do? Consider outlining your goals and needs for professional growth and write the questions or area that you may require help. Since you want to seek for mentor, and after seeking for the mentor, you outline places that you think is necessary to get a mentor. When identifying your business necessities, consider the ways and strategies that can help you achieve those goals and needs, and how can a mentor complement that process. Now, once you know those requirements, trust me, it is a due to find a suitable mentor for guidance. So the second is select or identify your requirements. Now, am I selecting mentor? Okay. Now, if I choose a mentor, what are that area? What are those different areas that mentor will be beneficial for me? These are things. So you outline them. Good. Then the next one is you select, after outlining, then you select potential mentors. How do you select? Before working with a mentor, consider making a list of potential mentors who work inspire you and whose value you want to develop to improve your craft. You don't just seek for any mentor. You don't just seek for any mentor. With the right mentor for your personal and professional growth, that can help you in your career to properly improve and develop. Always look for mentors who are significantly ahead in their careers and have successfully established, themselves as top leaders in their professions. You don't just select anyone to become your mentor. You don't just select anyone. If you are selecting somebody to become your mentor, read about the person, whether the person, have succeeded in what they are doing, or whether you think this person can become a proper mentor for you. So you don't have to seek for mentorship or take someone who two of you in the same, maybe status and just say this is my mentor, or maybe because you see the person looking representable, you just say, yeah, this is my mentor. No, you have to seek, you have to check properly within the environment or whatsoever you are and see whether this person can become a very good mentor, can answer your questions and find problem to your, and find remedy to your problems. When you learn from successful people, your mindset and work ethics get affected positively. Therefore, you have to seek, someone who knows how to find remedy to your answers or your problem. Therefore, you have to start with your network. You have to start with your own network or maybe your own business or whatever thing you want to do, your profession, so that at least when you're seeking a mentor, the mentor will know what exactly you want. So as a professional, you have you have a personal network that supports, that guides and encourages you to do better at your job or business places. This can be people from your workplace or your immediate friends across industries. And when searching for mentor, consider starting what you desire. You can start maybe uh, maybe you can start from anywhere, maybe family connections, or maybe volunteer in organization. People might also maybe recommend you. You have to show your potential and willingness and curiosity before someone agrees to mentor you. So before someone will mentor you, you have to present yourself properly so that the person who's about to mentor you can know what exactly you want. And lastly, you prepare your page. How? The last step is to prepare your page. Prepare a suitable mentor for your professional growth, and prepare a solid page that describes your vision and expectation so that your mentor can know what exactly you want. And now, what are the qualities you have to look for in potential mentors? Say you want to seek for mentorship. What are the qualities? One, relevant expertise. Two, enthusiasm. Three, respect. Four, curiosity. Five, honesty. So I will stop here and later come back in and we'll keep the ball rolling.
Okay, thank you very much. As you are following the show, wherever you are, we want to say welcome to the exchange. Tonight we are here discussing how can one improve or develop their career in a post-war country like Liberia. Looking at it visibly and narrowing the topics, especially to Liberia, where we all are from, is something that is little challenging. Is something that is little difficult, especially when you look at young people today who have graduated from high school, have graduated from colleges, and then maybe they are 14, 15, 16 years in colleges, in high schools. Everyone is just doing something little like petty businesses. So I'm going to be looking at uh, how I'm going to be looking at how do we develop entrepreneurship in a post-war country like Liberia, especially when it comes to your career. Now we understand that, like you listen to my brother, they're talking about how can you seek a mentorship. How do you seek for mentorship? And he outlines the various ways that you can go about seeking for mentorship, and the list goes on. Now you now come to the point and understand and realize that after making some conclusion, after doing some analysis, that okay, this should be my mentor, or there's a reason why I will need a mentorship. Then at this stage now you have to enter into what we call entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship has to do with uh, going through the business oriented part of your career. How do you turn what you have learned into a real life and getting an income on what you have learned? That's what we are talking about here. So now if we look at Liberia today, and then looking at a post-war country and improving your career there, we will look at entrepreneurship in Liberia to be a major obstacle to one's career getting developed or improved. What do I mean? Now we had a government, or we had a government that are not in the positions of bringing industries or bringing institutions within the country, that when one have graduated from colleges or university, he or she can be able to go and exercise their educational right, where they'll be able to go within a working industry to get money and then sustain his or her family. So it seems very difficult, especially when it comes to Liberia, because young people these days, upon graduation, people will definitely leave their career that they have practiced for over 4 to 5 years in colleges, in universities, and getting themselves into another field where they have no business of going to, because the economics in itself is very poor to help you to improve your career as well. But on the other hand, there are a lot of people who are still striving to see how best they can improve their career as an individual. So that's why today you see most of our young people upon graduation from high school, most of them will go like the last time we were discussing on the same career issue. How can one choose their career? And you see, so you see that people will start going for nursing, nurse aid. Other people will start doing like trade, like plumbing, just something that they can get some level of finance. But what that is doing to that career is actually pushing them off the way of that career. Some who have become a medical doctor, but from the poor economics of our country, the person cannot afford to get the money to go sponsor his or her program in the university that he or she wants to go to become a medical doctor at the end of the day. So the quote unquote economy itself has a great role and has a very great impact on young people career being developed, especially in Liberia. So if if an individual career must be developed or must be improved, then we have to look at our uh, economics. We have to look at the increase of employment of young people, the increase of employment of school-going boys and girls, the increase of employment of even those who have not been in school. Because there was a question before that, is this career issue only limited to people who have gone through the realm and fire of going to school? I would say no, because there are people who did not go to school, but yet they still have a career. They still have a career. So the government, or there should be a private entity that should create the job avenue for young people to exercise their career in those various perspectives. So like Liberia being a post-war country, and we're looking at our economies, looking at other factors that are contributing, holding back people from exercising or improving their career on a daily basis. So you will notice that most of us will start to do the petty businesses. After that, then we just get clued to what we are able to do because that is bringing food on our table. So you will find more people in the street, maybe after graduating with accounting degree. At the end of the day, you see them somewhere on the on printing paper or doing some photocopy. Or somebody after graduating with a nurse A degree, you will see them somewhere baking other some kind of cookies or something. Because the economy is very bad to the extent that they cannot create that enabling environment for young people to actually exercise what they have learned. So if once you are a citizen in Liberia and you want to improve your career from the financial aspect, then means that you have to go on the extra mile of being a self-employee. You have to be an entrepreneur. How can you go about doing that? There are a lot of things, there are a lot of sacrifices that are involved. So from that perspective, it's very difficult to improve your it's very difficult to improve your career in a post-war country like Liberia. I will stop here and then we're gonna hear from Aronika Minor and we can get the ball rolling.
Okay, thank you there, Elijah. So I'm here, like, actually excited today because I think that today's topic is very interesting and really necessary that we discuss this because most of the times we often hear people living dreams on the wall, why they are not successful at this time, why certain things are not happening in their life. We often hear the statement like, we had a word, it's because of the war, it's because of this, it's because of that. So this topic is actually interesting that we can be able to discuss it and say, though we experience a war as a nation, but I don't think it should keep us down. So from that point, I'm going to be talking on the next point here, that is to build resilience and adaptability. Build resilience and adapt. So when we talk about resilience, we talk about the capacity to withstand or to recover quickly from difficulties or toughness. Though we experience war some years ago, it might not be because of the war some years ago, but though you are experiencing tough times, you are experiencing difficulties, but you have to build resilience in yourself. You have to adapt, and that have to do the quality of being able to adjust to new conditions. Yes, Liberia is a post-war country. Yes, we went through a horrible time of civil war, but what are you going to do about it? Are you going to base on that and keep holding yourself down? So somebody may ask, why is it important to build resilience? So it will interest you to know that it helps you to bounce back, like our common saying, it helps you to bounce back or recover from setback. It helps you overcome obstacles and to maintain a positive attitude. By developing resilience, you can maintain focus and stay motivated to achieve your goals in a post-war country like Liberia. So I hope that from this day, we are not just going to bring everything on the fact that we are in a country where we experience a war, but we should also be able to build resilience. We should also be able to adapt. We should also be able to still focus, motivate ourselves, and have a positive attitude. So now I'm going to be taking you through how to build resilience and how to adapt. So now the first step is finding yourself. Uh, for our regular viewers of this show, from the initial stage when we talk about career, the first thing we always say is know who you are, find yourself. And we are saying it again tonight. Once you know who you are, it helps you to know what interests you, it helps you to know where you belong, it helps you to plan your life properly. Because the first thing you should do is to ask yourself, who am I? Yes, I'm in a post-war country like Liberia, but who am I? What do I need to do with my life? And how do I need to do it? And you don't have to be in the academic area to find yourself, to build resilience and adapt. No. You can be at wherever field, you can be a mechanic, you can be different, you can find yourself in different field of career and still find yourself. Because in order for you to succeed, you have to find yourself. And then the next step is believing in yourself. After you have found yourself, you have to believe in yourself. You discover who you are. Sometimes they have this saying that says, your dreams must scare you. But you have to believe it because in order for someone to come and believe in you, it firstly have to start from you. You have to believe in yourself. By that, people will be able to believe in you. The next one we have developing problem solving skills. I'm a citizen of a post-war country like Liberia. The war have a whole lot of negative impact on my life. It slowed me down. I went to school at a late age. I cannot have the finance or finances that I dreamed of. I cannot have the job that I want to have. These are problems. Now you have to get or you have to develop a problem solving skills. How can I solve those problems in my life? You have to develop an action plan to solve those problems because many a times you won't always find people coming to solve these problems in your life. So as you found yourself, you believe in yourself, you have an action plan. This is what happening. How can I find a solution? Like our first speakers talk about guardians and talk about mentorship. So I believe that even if you are not able to do these things on your own, once you have mentorship, you have guardians, they are going to walk you through these steps. But just in case you don't have a mentorship, you don't have a guardian, these are the things you have to do because it's about your life. It's about you succeeding in a post-war country like Liberia. It's about you succeeding in your life and having a better life for yourself and family. Now the next one is about being optimistic. Be positive. Believe you have the skills and ability to make things happen. You have to believe in yourself no matter what the circumstances may be, no matter where you find yourself. You have to believe in yourself. That is one very important thing. Like I normally tell people, you have to believe in yourself because if you don't believe in yourself, ha, it's gonna be difficult for people to believe in you. You have to have that positive mindset that yes, though this is a big plane, though I'm in such country like this, though I don't have the resources, I don't have the opportunity to do this, but I believe I can make this happen. I believe I can push through all these challenges. The next one we have is nurturing yourself, taking care of your health, your mental health, physical, emotional, and spiritual needs. So you are in a country like Liberia where there are too many too many problems on a daily basis that we might not be able to get into at the moment. So how do you survive? How do you survive that at the same time focus on your career, at the same time focus on becoming a successful person? You have to make sure your mental health is 100% straight, because mental breakdown is one thing that is kind of hard to recover from. So take care of yourself. No matter what's going on around you, make sure you are mentally stable, make sure you are emotionally well, make sure your physical appearance, everything is intact, because you will need to be physically fit, emotionally fit, in order to believe in yourself to do whole lot of things in a country like Liberia. And the next one is embracing change, accepting that change is part of life. Yes, my country went through a war. Yes, we had Ebola. Yes, we had COVID. Yes, people are dying on a daily basis. Yes, things are hard. Yes, to whatever negative stuff that you might see going around you. But it's part of life. I tell you for one fact, you have to accept that and try to move on with your life. There are a lot of people in Liberia who are still static from where the war left them. There are a lot of people who still holding on to these things. There are a lot of people who still holding on to a lot of negativities. There are a lot of people who still holding on to things that hurt them, to things that held them down. And because they are still holding on to these things, they are static. It's not possible for you to keep pushing. It's not possible for you to move when you are not able to embrace what happened to you. Like, yes, this is life, it happened, but I'm alive. And it's an opportunity for me to pursue. It's an opportunity for me to push forward. That's not gonna make me to be static. That's not gonna make me to stop pursuing my dream. You have to embrace the change. You have to accept the fact that Liberia went through a whole lot of horrible things. Liberia went through a war. Yeah, we are a post-war country. You have to accept that, embrace that change, and start to move forward with your life, because that's a process. After you accept it, now the next step is that you are trying to move forward and establish your goals. The last one. So we talk about establishing goal a lot on this platform, because it's something that is very important for a human. And again, like I said on the show before, you don't have to be in the academic field to establish goals. You can be a course seller, you have a goal. You can be a market person, you have a goal. Likewise, the same, you can be in the academic field too, you have a goal. So whatever aspect of life you find yourself, you have to have a goal. You have to set a goal. In the Liberian way, not only both people can set goals, you have to set your goals, because it helps you in life. It helps you plan yourself better. It helps you to know exactly what you are doing. So you have to establish your goals. And though Liberia is a post-war country, but I have a dream, I have a vision, I have a goals, and I'm going to establish it, I'm going to pursue it. So I'd like to stop here for now, and then we come back. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you ever so much. You listen to Aronica Minor talking about you have to establish your goal, you have to get yourself motivated. Though it happens the way it happens, we went through 14 years of civil war, yes, but it cannot still tie you down. You cannot still be glued to that, to the fact that okay, uh, Liberia was the only country that fought war. Liberia is the only country that had a bad educational system. Liberia is the only country that people goes to bed with hunger. No, that is not the case. But you have to motivate yourself. You have to push yourself on the extreme to see how well you can actually come through with your career. So from there, we're gonna listen to Sharif on his own point there. Then we can start opening the lines for those that are following by radio length. You can make your call. The number is there. Jasmine is going to announce the number from the YMCA radio station. And for those of you who are following by Facebook, by YouTube, by Twitter Live, the number is going to be pinned on the dash. You can also take it and then make a WhatsApp call so that you can make your own contribution on today's show. But before then, let's listen to Sharif from there. Sharif. Yeah, Chief, you have to check your audio. We are not getting
You
you.
have to unmute yourself.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Elijah. Thank you, my co panelists. Okay, today is very interesting day or interesting night. Um, Today we are still on the topic of development or developing one's career. And once we are discussing this, we have varieties of topics or varieties of issues to discuss under those big subject, career building. First, I look at the few things that my colleagues have already said when it comes to building resilience and adaptability. So I would escape that level and go to what we call setback is in building one's career. First and foremost, every career must go through pain and suffering, or what somebody might call it, difficulties. So once you are building a career, with respect to Liberia, given that our country is a post-war country, finding oneself struggling, um, trying to make a way, especially establishing yourself educational wise, it's kind of very difficult. I believe, in my personal experience, 2005, immediately after election, young people like me who were roaming around the cities, trying to find means to go to school. Uh, One of the major, difficulty that we faced was to find a sponsor or someone who may try to take responsibility in terms of paying the school fee, in terms of being there whenever we need those book materials or other material facilities that will enable us to be in school. So it was very challenging. And how do you overcome, these kind of challenges? I think uh, there are several factors, or there are several ways you can, get yourself through. First, you have already self-confident. That self-confidence should be a driving force, uh, behind whatever thought or whatever school of ideas that you may have to go or to venture yourself into. First, that self-driving will lead you into consultations, networking, or building relationship, especially within people within your community. So, uh, like I said, 2005 for personal case, it was kind of like very difficult. So what I personally did, living in community like a Jacobstown, was to find means of school. How do I enroll in particular school, or how do I be productive person? So I have to do networking. Despite I'm saying, despite having a family connection, family will not always be there for you, but you have to, tie yourself down to be able to network. Networking is in a sense that you are not going to be a beggar, but you're going to tell people, you're going to talk to people that will be able to nurture you or to put you on guard how to be sustainable in the future, or how to be sustainable, or how to pursue your dream. First, that I did, knowing that I have a family members and they will not be there all times for financial means, I have to by myself, I have to find myself a school, and by having a family member or be brother who could stood by me, who could stand by me by that time, who stood by me to make sure that I go to school. But then having that opportunity for my brother. So I felt like, okay, he was working for this income, and he, instead of using this income for different purpose or for different use, he decided to use that money on me. So I have to tie my bed and focus to go to school. So once I had a opportunity, I took the aptitude test, I sat for the test and passed, and school gave me opportunity to be there. First thing, like, keep me, reminding that if my brother is not there to pay for my school fee, what are the other options? The only option that you can find yourself is to mingle yourself or find yourself into those school programs. School programs. You may have a quizzing team, you may have a press club teams, or you may have a football teams, or you may have a particular program that school is empowering or maintaining students, brighter students in those areas. If you cannot find yourself in any program that school itself have, then you must have one thing at the back of your mind, that you have to study. And we know once you study hard and you become a honor roll student, probably school might give you a financial means, or school might allow you to have halfway pay your school fee, and school will take care of other. So that means you have to study hard. Since finance was the main focus by then, or since finance up to now still a main focus for most of the young people that are going to school. So once you grab, or from your family member, you have those, any transitory income or any help coming from any family member. Once you have that opportunity, first thing is to make sure that you tie yourself, you read enough, and you focus, you make sure that you go through all your subjects or all the courses that you are doing to maintain yourself, because that person might not be there 24 hour or always, suppose in case. And two, that is finance. Finance was a setback. So, and how to get your, like, I'm talking about challenges, right? I'm talking about setbacks and a lot of things, because finance, if you don't have a financial means to go to school, definitely it will put that barrier, that difficulty for you to enroll or for you to go to school. Now, once you are in school, maintaining yourself, that's what I just discussed. Either put yourself in the school program. And last, uh, okay, let me go by. And that is, I just discussed about finding purpose, right? Then uh, building, developing a social network, that which I've just discussed, enhancing change, or being optimistic. Being optimistic in a sense that you have to know or always have a positive thinking in a society, or whatever that you're doing. Don't think like because you're from the poor family and your family cannot afford it, so you will not be able to at least try. Like your entrance is coming, or some other school or private university entrance coming, and maybe you will look at Cotton, you say, okay, Cotton University is very expensive, I cannot go. Then you are now pessimistic, you are not optimistic, you are not having that kind of someone may say self-confident. First is to go and take the entrance and do your best in the entrance, and you be prepared for that. Then once the result come up, you will find it either two way, being rejected or being accepted. If you are accepted, that is another way. Once you are in a school, you can write personal letter, you send it to various organizations, you tell them your dream. Like many young people, if depending what you're going to do in college, or depending what you're going to do in university, so you can do a part-time work, what I call sometimes a work, voluntary work. Sometimes many people don't do that. Voluntary work, it will try to help you. Like you have a lot of brothers or a lot of family members, not even family members. You have a lot of people working. I mean, have offices. You can go there just of being a photocopier, or doing one of office existing job, or finding a way to find yourself to the through the Ministry of Youth and Sport, to be part of career stuff there. That you take advantage over those opportunities. So like all that come along with the what networking, and the last part of it is like developing problem solving skills. First, that the nurturing yourself and being optimistic. Nurturing yourself is that you kind of like if you are a smart student, you are in particular school or you have opportunity, you be curious about what you are learning. Then you take that seriously. Then you look for senior comrades or senior brother or juniors or people that are ahead of you in that particular field of study and be friendly with them. That casual friendship, like, okay, somebody you are in freshman level and you are reading for, say, you are reading maybe chemistry. Look for someone who is reading chemistry in a particular school. Look for that particular person that will be able to nurture you, to provide you tutorial, to put you on guard. That it will serve as a way of like nurturing you. Okay. And be able to mingle yourself. That means establishing yourself that you are working towards, establishing a particular goal, and your goal is to be a chemist. So you have to be cognizant for the fact that you are reading a particular course and you need to maintain certain cumulative grade point. In that, you will you will try to distinguish the kind of friendship that you have with people that you grow up in a community. So you need to, it's not like, okay, you want to change entirely your friends. What you're doing is that you have a vision, you have a goal, and you're trying to obtain that particular goal. So go one more step, go after people who are not by the age, who are ahead of you in terms of argue, who are ahead of you in terms of particular subject matter, who are ahead of you in terms of the discipline that you are trying to become for the future use. So always try to find those or being pessimistic, finding purpose, believing yourself. And I will move to the last 1 minute. I'll move to the last, which of course a colleague of myself just talked about, and I just want to throw light a little bit on it. She was talking about belief in your ability, having a confidence in your own ability to cope with the stress of life can play an important part in whatever career building that you're doing. That means becoming more confident in your own abilities, including your ability to respond to all deals with crisis. Like, we are not talking about physical crisis here. We are talking about financial crisis. We are talking about ideologies. We are talking about, because that brings more people down. Okay, and not people not being able to mingle or to do that networking. Networking, networking is that how many of our students currently from high school that have a friendship with someone who is in university, and that person already have that building mind that, okay, I want to go to university, I want to study, uh, like I will still say chemistry. Then down the line there, while you are in 12th grade or grade 11, even taking your time upon yourself and visit campuses or Fender or whatever in a school or for that matter, and try to find a friend or big brother or someone who is ahead of you in that particular area. That person will be able to connect you that the day you are out of your high school to another person that will be able to give you the means to study or financial means. So all is not lost. Liberia is just everything that we do. Liberia is just kind of for me. We have a age. We have years like 100 plus years. Or given the minute population, we still have more to do, and nothing is late yet. All I can say for those young people who those of our brothers that listen to us now is that do more networking. If you want to overcome any challenge or any setback, do more networking. Networking will help you. For example, when you go to school, don't say I don't want to participate in any social activities or in any academic activities. Go after quizzing team, make a friends in your course, and try to leave the school and do voluntary work. Like you have a Save the Children. Sometimes there are a lot of students, they go there and they submit their voluntary CV. the work for part time. Give your schedule. If you are going to school Monday, Wednesday, Friday, make sure you indicate in the communication document that you will submit to anywhere in any office. Tell them that you want to have a volunteer work that will not be for pay. Try to offer your service for non financial gain. Probably somebody may have that feeling to pay for your school. And if you are a bright student or if you are a scholarship student, that person will be able to pay for one of your, or to take care of one of the facilities that you are undergoing, maybe pay for your pamphlet. So, and you cannot sit down or you cannot be comfortable with just the mindset that you have a college admission and you just, like that. And those of our brothers that are in India, they have a scholarship. Those of our sisters or family members or brothers or our, Liberian sisters or whoever in Rwanda, majority of them have been sponsored by their family directly. Okay, majority of them, and some of them in outside are also sponsored by government. Some of them are sponsored by individual. All I can say to you is that leave your school some if you cannot find any programming in your school that will be able to improve your career, leave the comfort zone of the school, go outside, become a volunteer person. Become a volunteer person. Do volunteer work. Volunteer work, it can help you to be a stepping stone for a bigger one. Before I could leave Liberia to come to Dubai, I one time had the opportunity to go to visit Ministry of Public Works. At the time, Minister Samuel Kofu was the minister. I went there, but the man said that I want to visit a friend. When I went to visit a friend, I went to HR department, and I observed that things are moving there. Knowing that I don't have any connection there, I decided to offer my service for 2 or 1 week just to be a photocopier. They will give me papers to photocopy, blah blah blah, until to a point, a guy who used to normally send me to go photocopy, we have no family connection, no family link. He decided to tell me, "Ah, you are humble. Do you have any computer skill?" Meaning, like my colleagues have already discussed that be prepared for the opportunity ahead. And at that time, I already had a computer skill. I had a computer skill when I was even in every my bureau from my computer school sent me to uh, computer school somewhere around St.
All right.
And I graduated long. So I was prepared for that. So once you are prepared, when the opportunity comes, you will be able to grab it. So he gave me the opportunities. Okay, I have a few set of work. I want you to do the tapping, and I was very fast at the tapping. So immediately when list of students' name were coming for the Ministry of Youth and Sport, he decided to send my name. He recommended that my name should be there, and immediately I had the opportunity to work in the minister office, and I had the opportunity. The minister sent me to the warehouse area. I had opportunity to work with Madam Cooper. By then, I left that and I started doing different things. I went with the Liberian Red Cross area. So at that time I was schooling. So meaning, don't be comfortable when you are studying in school. Do extra curriculum activities, you know, and align yourself with people who can add up to your value. Because if you are with the people who who cannot add up on your value, you will always be constant. And in human character and human nature, it is not good for us to be constant in whatever that we do. It's try there's a room for improvement, and we economists can say more is better. Open up and go for
Okay,
it.
thank you.
Don't sit.
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. You listen to the speaker that speak on the topics today. How do one improve their career within a post-war country like Liberia? I've been following some of the comments. There are most interesting comments and a lot of things is coming on. So we are actually running out of time. We are really running out of time. We're going to give Jason the time to announce the number out there for those that are following my radio length. If they want to make their own contribution, they can place a call and then we can hear them from there. If they have a questions, And those that are following by Facebook or YouTube and Twitter, you can also make your call through WhatsApp. But before then, let's get to Daniel there. Daniel wants to say something on that. We are at the point of analyzing the entire discussion for tonight's show because we are definitely running out of time.
Oh, okay. Thank you ever so much. Again, my name is Daniel Lincoln, and I joined from Telangana, India. Let me say thank you to all of our panelists who have elaborated a lot on this topic. And let me say thank you to our viewer out there and those of you who are following through radio station from the YMCA 95.1 FM, and that of our viewers on Facebook or Instagram and that of YouTube. So this is an interesting topic that says improve, advance your career. So these are few things that I'm looking at that we need to apply in advancing and improving our career. One, we have to start our own program. Before you advance your career, you have to start a program. If I want, for me, I want to be a doctor, right? And I don't have a foundation. I didn't go to school, and I just woke up one early morning and say, yeah, I'm going to the hospital to work, or I'm going to the hospital to start my career. It will help us. So you have to start a foundation. In getting a career, you have to start your foundation, build your foundation in any form of career you want to start. And then you have to be proactive in networking. You have to be proactive in building network. For now, every one of us here are emerging leaders, right? We have Aronika from Rwanda, she's a like Brendo. We have Sherry from Dubai. We have Morris, who is here with us in India. And we have Jackson from Liberia. We all are building network. With all of our network, without network, I believe, for me, I believe there will be no proper advancement. Because today you might meet this person that might help you tomorrow in your career. So, in building a perfect career path, you have to be proactive in network building. Okay. Then we look at to find a mentor. In building a career to improve, you have to find a mentor, right? I can be a science student or a medical doctor. Someone just said on the show, I'm attending a class of chemistry. Then I think I want to go make a friend with a public administration student. It won't be your best for me. No. But finding a mentor within that same cycle, find a mentor within your cycle. Yeah, that this person is doing chemistry, this guy is doing microbiology, this guy is doing physics that I'm doing. I think linking up with this person and finding a perfect mentor within this field of studies or in this field of career, I believe that your career can be advanced and it can go up a bit. And then someone said a voluntary work to improve or networking or to improve your career, you have to avail yourself for volunteerism. You have to avail yourself, put yourself into free things, do things in your field of perfection that you will acquire more knowledge. You will build your career on that. So with these kind of mentor with these kind of ideas put together, I believe that our careers can improve and go further. So that's my little intake on that, though. That's my little intake. And to our viewer, we say keep watching, keep following us on Instagram, Facebook, and that of YouTube. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. So while we are awaiting callers and views and questions from our listeners and our viewers around the world, we're going to be taking some analysis. We're going to start with Morris there. From Morris, we'll go to Aronika Minor, and from there we can go to Sharif. Just maybe 2 minutes each for analysis. Just 2 minutes each. Yeah.
So, like we've been, talking about this career thing, especially with respect to our country being a post-war. But That doesn't in anyhow means that, or in any way means that we cannot transform, we cannot live from one stage to another. So sometimes it pains me when you hear someone say, "I didn't go to school, so I don't have a career." No, you can't go to school, but you can still have a career. The fact that you already know within yourself who you are and what you can do. So, when you identify yourself, when you identify your strength, you determine your motivations. You can select something to do. Even if that thing is difficult and you cannot do, this is the point wherein you have to seek mentor or mentorship. We have in our country there are a lot of people that are that have developed themselves, that have the necessary expertise, that have won certificates, that have degrees in some of the things that you want to become, but you don't know. So you have to seek that particular mentorship. And in seeking the mentorship, you have to determine your motivations. And after determining your motivations, what next? Is very easy. So you have to like identify your requirements. You identify your requirement. What are the areas that you actually need mentorship? And mind you, one person cannot become your mentor. It's not compelled. You can have up to 10 mentors. So you don't have to like see that one person to say yes, this individual, this one person will remain my mentor forever. No, you can choose as maximum mentor you want to. But the thing here is that in choosing someone to become your mentors, you have to, look at few things. You have to look at some qualities in that particular person, relevant expertise, what that person able to offer you. Can the person can the person have the expertise to providing remedy solutions to your problems? How can the person help you to develop and achieve your goal? You have to see in choosing a mentor, you have to know whether the person is respectful. You cannot choose someone to mentor you and the behavior of the person isn't good, because exactly what the mentor would teach you is what you are going to demonstrate outside. So you have to see quality in someone before you choose them. So you don't have to choose one person. You can choose more than one person's, to mentor you. And again, in selecting a mentor is easy, but it's kind of difficult. So you have to present yourself in a way that the mentor or the person who you want to seek mentor from can be convinced and say, yes, indeed, I can mentor this person. So you have to do some networking. You have to volunteer. Majority of us have refused to volunteer. If we all can, if we all can choose a career in Liberia, if we all can choose a career in Liberia and seek mentorship, trust me, we will live from one stage to another, and there will be transformation. Because if I choose this, even though I don't know how to do it, but through the help from a mentor, I can be able to
I think due to internet we are trying to lose our brother there, but he has given his point, right? He has given his own analysis on the entire issue as to how to get what is the importance of actually getting a mentor for your entire career life, and why you must get a mentor. So let listen to Aronika there as she gave her own analysis on today's topic, and then from there we can go to Sharif, and then we can call this a day.
Okay, thank you, Elijah. So I'm just gonna be short because we literally said almost everything. So I'm gonna leave you with these few points. Uh, in being a country like Liberia that experienced a war or post-war country. Firstly, I'm going to tell you to find yourself. I always tell you to find yourself. Anytime you see me when we talk about career, we talk about improving or building your career, I will tell you to find yourself because I know what is it. You have to find yourself, get confidence in who you are, know who you are. That's the starting point to know what you are going to do in this life. Believe in yourself, be optimistic, be positive, embrace change, adapt to situation, and lastly, establish your goals. Thank you so much.
Thank you. I think Aronika, she's woman of time. Wow, good. So let's know Sherry and see as to what else Sherry is going to keep up to at the same time. So please, Sherry, the time.
I keep telling you time like this. If we can start earlier, we better. But sometimes when when discussion is getting very interesting. Uh, anyway, we address that. Um, like many, you know, discussants have said already. Uh, you just have to know yourself in whatever you want to do. Uh, don't just be motivated because of physical outlook of an individual. I've said this time without number that focus on what you want to do. If you believe that whatever that you are using to become who you want to become, invest your time in it, invest yourself in it, do it to the best of your ability. Like for me, when I was going to, let's say, when I have the opportunity, school, I audited many classes as I can. I audited many classes. I will see an instructor, and I know uh, he's providing or he's very good, but I'm not registering his class. I audited his class. So I did so many auditing, right? Because I wanted to get knowledge. I was one of the students that really was curious. So I can say whatever that you do, be curious about it, know it to the best of your knowledge, and try. Like many people said, Murray said it, and Aronika also said it. Do more networking. Be positive and establish a goal. Once you establish your goal, take an action towards it. There's no goal that can be met without an action being applied to it. So whatever that you do, do it like you are the best or you are the last person to do it. And do it that you want to be the first person to get the best result. So don't be deterred by the financial difficulties. Mingle yourself around with people who can help you. You do not always wait for school to give you scholarship. You can go outside of school, do extra curriculum activities that will keep you on whatever that you're doing, and also advance yourself. Advance yourself. Read more. You may not have an opportunity to do your PhD. Since you don't have an opportunity to do your PhD, you can update yourself online. You can read more or keep reading what you have already read as your master or as your BSc. Always maintain your field of study and also be on top of the things and follow mentorship. I provided as much as tutorial classes, and there are a lot of all schools. There must be someone who providing tutorial. Take advantage over that. So, if you're going to school because of the beauty of the school or because of the structure of the campus, then fine. One thing you need to have at the back of your mind that school will pass through you instead of you pass through school. So, that's it. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Uh, each time you say this, either you pass through school or school pass through you, our nigga just smile because it seems to be so interesting, right? It's actually
Um,
good because most of the young people these days, like you said, either they pass through school or school pass through them. Either way, But that's not the case. I want to say thank you for following the exchange. Whatsoever you are, I want to say thank you. It was a pleasure having you today and following our discussion. We hope to see you tomorrow on the exchange social night. It's not going to be easy. I don't know as to what I should talk about the topic, but I think the topic will be revealed tomorrow. It will not really be easy tomorrow. It will be so interesting and fascinating. I hope to see you there. And Sunday is the biggest one. Sunday we're going to be talking about the exchange giveaway.
Uh,
So it will
uh,
not be easy here. Yeah.
Please, I just wanted to say 30 seconds. A friend of mine sent me a text message like, how do you compare Liberian student from, I mean, with that of other students? Okay, but let me say this for the sake of my friend. Let me say this. You see, Liberia is not behind. We are not first, and we are not behind. If you follow the statistic, when I left Liberia, the next school I found myself was in Ghana, in Legon University. That is about myself. I know some of my colleagues, we know that. But trust me, an individual matters. But you can see that Liberian students in Ghana, they are doing very well. Those that left high school, they came to Ghana, they are studying. And those that in Rwanda as well, those are in
Yes.
Uganda, they are doing
Yeah, let me
extremely
yeah,
well.
hello?
So it is
Cherry.
not about the school. You can go to any school in Liberia. It's not a matter of your school, it is a matter of an individual, because I believe all schools in Liberia are providing the necessary material for our students. But you as a
Okay.
student, yeah.
Okay, good. So we hope to lay here on here and make that a very interesting topic to see as to whether if Liberia have a very better educational system than our country. But we have a show for that. That is not for the exchange. The exchange career only focus on career building and career development. That can be a very interesting debates and a very interesting topics for the exchange executive. Remember, we have the exchange executive. So Sunday, come here on Sunday to get your exchange giveaway. It will not be easy. Aronika is pretty fully seated to carry on that show for this coming Sunday. So this is how we draw that curtain on today's editions of the show, the exchange career hour. So until we see you again, we say bye bye and bye bye for now. So Ligon can take it from there, and then you can just play the music and then call it a day.
There's no question. We're not taking any call also.
Yeah, but there is no question. I've not seen questions call like that. People following by radio, we are not notified by Jackson about call. Not yet. We did not receive any call. So we going to jot down.
I believe we did not receive call because we didn't announce any form of calling. So the callers can just call while you are in conversation. I believe that's
So
why they didn't
Yeah.
call.
that
So
that's true.
give it
That's
So
true.
about 5 or 10
Like
minutes to the audience to
like
make
like
their
like like this
calls.
guy gave me the question. That question goes to everyone. I think I may
So
have different view of that, and
So we can look because we have already all of time, honestly. So we have to look at that in the upcoming show, and we're going to have times allotted to each speaker and have times allotted to questions and calls. But we have already all of time. The show have its own time to run. So on that note, we Jordan Curtains on today's edition of the show. Until then, we'll see you again.
thank you to all of our viewers, our listeners, and everyone who have been following the show today. We say thank you for following, and God bless you. Bye bye.
My brother, to nemba yeli he ya banga nemba mago ulu kunyai ba